Nice guys do not finish last. They finish invisible. Nobody remembers the man who agreed with everything. Nobody misses the man who had no opinions of his own. Somewhere right now a man is saying it is okay when it is not okay. Somewhere right now a man is saying no worries while something inside him quietly breaks. He calls this being a good person. It is not goodness. It is surrender wearing a smile. Welcome back to Villain POV. Today we open the file on the most socially approved form of self-destruction on the planet. We call it the nice guy trap. Here is the lie you were told. You were told that if you are kind enough, patient enough, and giving enough, the world will eventually reward you. You were told that niceness is a magnet for love and respect. That is the comforting lie. Here is the reality. The world does not reward the nice. It rewards the necessary. Kindness with no boundary is not a virtue. It is an open invitation. And people do not respect an open invitation. They walk through it. So why does this happen? Why do intelligent, capable people fall into this exact trap again and again? The answer begins in childhood. You were trained with one instruction. Be a good boy. Share everything. Never argue. Say sorry even when you did nothing wrong. Smile even while you are hurting. That training did not make you kind. It made you compliant. And compliance dressed up as virtue is simply weakness in a better costume. Psychologists call part of this pattern fawning. Fawning is a survival response. When a person cannot fight and cannot flee, they appease instead. They give, they please, they shrink themselves, hoping the threat will pass. The nice guy learned early that conflict was dangerous. So his nervous system adapted. It taught him that safety comes from being agreeable, not from being honest. Add to this the approval-seeking loop. Every time he pleases someone, his brain releases a small hit of relief. Not joy, relief. The relief of temporarily avoiding rejection. That relief becomes addictive. So he keeps performing kindness, not from strength, but from fear of what happens if he stops. Now here comes the trap closing shut. The nice guy senses he is being used. Some part of him knows. But instead of setting a boundary, he does the opposite. He gives more. This is the sunk cost trap. He has already invested so much time, so much patience, so much silence, that walking away now feels like admitting it was wasted. So he doubles down instead of correcting course. He tells himself, if I am even more patient, they will finally see my worth. They will not. You cannot love someone into respecting you. Respect is not created by affection. Respect is created by boundaries. Look at where this shows up. The friend who always adjusts his plans is the last one invited. The employee who always says yes to extra work is the last one considered for promotion. The partner who never voices a need becomes the partner nobody thinks about. It is never the demanding one who gets left behind. It is always the agreeable one, because demand creates a boundary, and boundaries create value. Now let us talk about the cost. Not the dramatic cost, the quiet one. The man who never escapes this trap does not get destroyed in one moment. He fades slowly. He becomes the person others assume will always be available, so nobody asks how he is doing. He becomes reliable in the way furniture is reliable. Present, useful, and never truly seen. He grows resentful, but he never says it out loud, because saying it out loud would require the very boundary he has spent his whole life avoiding. So the resentment turns inward. It becomes exhaustion. It becomes a quiet, low-grade anger at everyone, including himself. This is not a tragic accident. This is the direct result of unlimited supply meeting a world built on scarcity. If something costs nothing, it is treated as if it is worth nothing. So here are the 2 rules, not suggestions. Rules. Rule number 1. Make people qualify for your energy. Your time is not a public utility. Before you give anyone access to your attention, ask one question. Has this person earned it through consistent action, not through flattery or pressure? Starting today, stop replying to everyone instantly. Stop rearranging your schedule for people who never rearrange theirs for you. Let a message sit for a few hours before you answer it. Watch closely who reacts to that small change and who simply disappears. That reaction is the truth. Everything else was noise. Rule number 2. Let disappointment exist. Do not chase to fix it. The nice guy's greatest fear is someone being upset with him. The moment tension appears, he rushes to smooth it over. He apologizes for things that were never his fault. Starting today, stop doing that. Let people be disappointed. Let there be silence. Let there be distance. Discomfort is not proof that you did something wrong. Discomfort is simply the price of having a boundary. A person who can tolerate being disliked cannot be controlled. Say that to yourself again. A person who can tolerate being disliked cannot be controlled. This is the villain mindset, not cruelty for its own sake. Simply this: your peace is no longer up for negotiation. There is a difference between a good man and a used man, and that difference is exactly one thing: boundaries. A good man gives from strength. A used man gives from fear. A good man says no when it matters. A used man says yes until nothing is left of him. So ask yourself right now in this silence, are you respected, or are you simply available? If you have the courage to face reality, subscribe to Villain POV. If not, go back to sleep.